Good afternoon, everyone. I want to introduce you to some of the people that are joining me here today. We have to my far left, Katie Norman, Tracy King, and Paul Mills. And these individuals have been working putting many hours on this vision document that we're about to release today. So I want to welcome them to this table and thank them for the work that they've done. And good afternoon to all of you that are joining us. Starting today, the provincial government will be held to a higher standard than ever before. The shifting value of commodity prices can no longer be allowed to define the success of our province as it has in the past. From this day forward, our success will be defined by sound fiscal management and our actions defined by clear goals, timelines, and regular reporting on our progress. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to launch the Way Forward, a vision for sustainability and growth in Newfoundland and Labrador. This vision will guide our actions to achieve greater efficiency, strengthen the province's economic foundation, enhance services, and improve outcomes to promote a healthy and prosperous province. For years, the old approach was to use a strategy of strategies with purpose-built programs and special offices. This, of course, drives up costs and is not sustainable. It has resulted in a suite of complex, cluttered, and expensive programs and services. With the launch of the Way Forward, our government is outlining one strategy that unlocks the inherent potential of working together with partners in various sectors. It will ensure government spending will maximize the benefit to the province's collective good while also protecting our most vulnerable. In total, the Way Forward includes more than 50 initiatives, all of which will contribute to achieving the fiscal targets set out in Budget 2016. We are committed to returning to surplus within 7 years while maintaining quality programs and services, and our vision will play a vital role in achieving this goal. Vision initiatives will be rolled out in phases, and as each phase concludes, we will provide an update on the progress of our work before undertaking a new series of actions, conditions in our province. All of this to improve conditions in our province. So there will be a report card after each phase. It is important to recognize that our vision is a living document. The vision will be updated so that we are always pursuing ambitious goals and remain responsive to new developments. Specifically, our vision will be updated when we report on our progress at the end of each phase, and these updates or report cards will generally be in line with the release of our budget. We will naturally adjust our approach if we do not see the results that we wanted, and we will push ourselves to be more when we are successful. At all times, the vision document will be accessible to the public via the provincial government website. Phase 1 of our vision encompasses the next 6 months and is focused on reducing spending and supporting economic growth. Vision initiatives aimed at reducing spending during Phase 1 include zero-based budgeting approach, reducing government's leased office space, and achieving a flatter, leaner management structure. Our government will also reduce the number of agencies, boards, and commissions in the province, as many of these boards can be merged or eliminated to achieve greater efficiency. Reduction efforts will not involve school districts or regional health authorities. The vision includes a goal to reduce the number of boards in this province by 20% by April 1st, 2020. Vision initiatives aimed at supporting a stronger economic foundation include making more land available for agriculture and more water area available for aquaculture. Our goal is to double the provincial food security and to double the province's aquaculture production. The provincial government will also implement a provincial tourism product development plan to help industry, and will help industry do that by 2020. It will achieve the goal of doubling the resident and non-resident visitor spending that was set out in 2009. Mineral exploration and development activity will be increased by sharing core sample information digitally with more companies worldwide. In addition, through a combination of promotional efforts and cooperation with the federal and local partners, the provincial government will increase immigration in Newfoundland and Labrador. By 2022, we will be welcoming 1,700 immigrants annually to grow the provincial labor force. Service enhancements that will be carried out under the vision include publishing service standards for major government programs, which will establish average timelines for providing service to clients. We will also introduce a nighttime road construction pilot project to determine if we can minimize traffic disruption and other issues arising from road projects. Our government will also be the first in the province's history to deliver a multi-year infrastructure plan to the public in advance of its budget. An updated rolling 5-year plan will be released each year so that contractors, construction workers, and the public all understand the progress and the timelines for major projects. Vision initiatives are also aimed at improving the province's overall performance in a number of areas. For example, the vision sets a long-term population health goals to promote healthier living throughout our province. These goals will be achieved with initiatives that include implementing a health in all policies approach to public policy development. Using this approach, the provincial government will make decisions across departments in a manner that makes measurable improvements in provincial health status. This will result in cost savings over time. With the release of Phase 1 report card, Phase 2 will begin. This phase will focus on reversing negative socio-economic indicators that impede economic growth and drive government spending. As we roll out each phase of the vision, all actions will be governed by 3 guiding principles. The first is, we will do better with less. Newfoundland and Labrador's program costs are the highest per capita amongst provinces, while many of our performance indicators suggest that our outcomes are insufficient. In recent years, the provincial government has not seen a sufficient return on investment from some of its budget decisions. Our government sees many opportunities for improvement that will see more effective and efficient services that achieve better outcomes for our residents. An example of this will be an increased use of primary health care teams. These teams are comprised of doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and other healthcare professionals. They are specifically arranged to meet the specific needs in regions, but they also ensure people throughout the province have timely access to health care. Research shows that health systems with a strong foundation in primary health care model are the most effective in terms of achieving positive outcomes. And they are also the most economically sustainable. Local healthcare professional groups, academics, regional health authorities have all told us that this approach will be essential to improving health outcomes, and we are responding to that feedback. Work on expanding this initiative will begin next year when we add 2 multidisciplinary healthcare teams, 1 in Corner Brook and 1 in Buren. The second guiding principle I just mentioned, the first principle will be do better with less. The second guiding principle is that we will collaborate. Government alone cannot achieve this vision. We must work with our partners in pursuit of better outcomes. An example of this will be creating one access point within government where community-based organizations can use, that they will use to access multi-year operational funding grant agreements. Many community-based organizations will benefit from improved stability of funding arrangements. The ability to interact with government through one window and access to consistent funding guidelines, applications, and contracts. So there'll be one point of entry. It will allow organizations to take on meaningful initiatives that span more than a year and provide stability of staffing as well as funding. These groups do tremendous work in our communities and in our province. And so our focus will be to make their interactions with us much easier so that they can stay focused on their important work. The third and the final guiding principle, we will challenge ourselves. We will achieve the goals outlined in this plan. We will challenge ourselves to do even more. So I'm proud to say that the content of this vision was developed from the feedback of the residents of Newfoundland and Labrador. We began an unprecedented level of public engagement last January that involved 26 public consultations and more than 1,000 people throughout Newfoundland and Labrador. It was from that engagement that we developed more than 50 initiatives for this vision that we're launching today. We were able to refine those initiatives before today's launch, thanks to the input from leaders from our labor, business, our community, and the arts sector who we met last month. Working collaboratively with the people of the province, we have developed new and ambitious commitments with a higher standard of conduct to which we will all hold ourselves accountable. Together we have created a strong foundation upon together which we will build our success, both for ourselves and for future generations. In partnership with our communities, with our residents, with business, with the federal government, we will realize our vision by traveling the way forward together. And as we take each step, Newfoundland and Labrador will do what it always does. We will rise to the occasion, and we will succeed where others would give up. And one day, we will look back from where we came, knowing that we added another chapter to our people's ongoing story of overcoming today's challenges to find a stronger tomorrow. So thank you.